Alrighty, welcome back to another Random Sam Epic Mom. Time for a book review. Alright, we've got Spellbound Falls by Janet Chapman. Now, this one is a really awesome book. It deals with magic, families, blending families together, single parents, all of that. Now, this one can be considered either beginning of a set, middle of a set, all that. Because with Janet Chapman's books, it's like a long continuation of her Highland series. Now, in this book, Mac, or his full name, Maximilian Oceanus, has magic. He is a Thurgis, which pretty much means that he guards the world's man's ability to have free will. He protects all the wizards or druids who protect the trees of life. So he's pretty much protecting the magic in the world. It's a family business. And his dad, who established Atlantis, is, kind of the scary guy. So Max he jumps from century to century, he time travels, all that. Very powerful guy. He just found out that he has a 6-year-old kid. Never knew about his kid. His son Henry's mom died recently, and he just found out. Henry's uncles tried using him as a bargaining chip. Big battle ensued. Mac just got his kid. Mac is terrified that he's not going to be a good dad. And to make matters worse, he's so used to having his powers, but his own father has said, okay, you've got 1 year to prove to me that you can be a good dad, that you can take care of your son, that you can be a good parent, all that. You need to prove that to me. Or you don't have and you have to go the next 100 years without any magic. So he's not being able to get information from the trees of life that has all the knowledge of the universe. He can't use his powers for just everyday little things. He's just pretty much screwed. He's used to all this easy stuff. Luckily, he has kind of put some power, magic aside for in case of a rainy day, in case he ticked off his dad. He's also put lots of money aside for in case this happens. So he's terrified, he's worried, he's a terrified pilot. And I don't know anybody who, being thrown into that type of situation, being a new parent, especially to a young child like that, who wouldn't be terrified. Because any parent out there is going to tell you their biggest fear is screwing up our kids. That's just the way it is. Any parent out there wants to be the best, but we're always scared we're going to do something wrong. Which, we will. We're human. So again, Mac is terrified. Well, a friend of his convinces him to go up to a camp in the mountains of Maine, which is run, that's supposed to help connect families. Parents and kids get that connection going. And he's even paid an exorbitant amount so that he can go early, so that he can get extra help. Because for Mac, it is just pretty much, he's scared. There's no doubt about it. He wants to connect with Henry. He wants to make sure he's doing the right things, but he's almost on eggshells, worried he's going to do something wrong, or that Henry's going to hate him, or something. And I don't know if it's just because the father-son dynamic is so important that the character Mac, he has such a, tense relationship, I guess you would say, with his own dad, that he's worried of having that with his own son. So he's also got that tenseness and, worry. Well, while he's there, he's going to meet Olivia. And Olivia is just going to have that instant connection. But Olivia is a widow with her own daughter, who's 8. And her husband, their marriage died even before her husband passed away. And he was considered the town's only war hero because he died fighting in overseas. But their marriage, they were going to get a divorce. Nobody knew about that. They were just really bad situation. And for 11 years, she has lived at this camp with her in-laws. She has a domineering mother-in-law. She is trying to raise her daughter while setting boundaries. She is pretty much run the camp. It's pretty much her mother-in-law's program and such, but she runs the day-to-day camp. She sets up the actual programs in practice, not the general idea of it, but the real running of the camp. And for years she's been saving up to buy the camp because her mother-in-law is getting ready to sell it. So much drama. But when her and Mac meet, they're going to instantly have that chemistry. And for a very long time, Olivia hasn't dated. She hasn't had those relationships. She's kind of been put on a shelf where everybody thinks, oh, well, she's the widow of the war hero. Nobody's going to date her. And it's either somebody too young or too old who wants to date her, or just, nobody feeling they're up to, competing against a ghost. And here comes Mac, and there's just an instant connection. And they're both saying, okay, I'm not going to fall in love with you. And yet, despite that, they're gonna find that love. And he's gonna have to find a way to let her know he is magic. She's going to have to open up her mind and her heart to what is possible. And he's going to have to show that sometimes what you thought is possible, even knowing that magic is real, you have to take that next step to what's really even more. Because while he's there, while he's helping her get the camp ready for other campers to show up, she's going to be teaching him little pearls of wisdom on how to be a parent. She's going to be telling Henry, hey, push your boundaries. You don't have to always do everything that he says. You don't have to be perfect. She's going to be telling him that her first real pearl of wisdom that she tells him on the first day is, it's not you against Henry, it's you and Henry against the world. And she's just constantly dropping these little pearls for him that's just clicking for him, saying, you're right. And it's finally making him see, you know what? This is how it's supposed to be. This is what I need to do. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to keep trying. And I loved that because as a parent, I'm very lucky that I have a good marriage and I have a good family and such. But there's a lot of people out there who are always going to struggle. As a parent, you're always going to struggle to do the right thing. And to know that there's somebody who's backing you up saying, hey, you got this, makes such a big difference. And in this, he gets to have somebody back him up, and she gets to have somebody say, wow, you really do, you were doing an awesome job. And that in itself is just really great. And in the end, in this book, he's going to see all of her and accept her for who she is. And she's going to see all of him and accept him for all of his flaws, all of his, scariness, all of his just craziness of the magic, and accept him. And that is one of the things I love about almost all of Janet Chapman's books, is that when you throw in the magic in it, you see all these possibilities of anything can happen. But you have to accept the other people's, all their flaws also. And that's, with any of her books, it is accepting the flaws. In any of these romances, you have to accept the whole person by the end of the book. And I think that's great because, again, these books show that humans are flawed, but they are great people no matter what. So this was a great story. It is wonderful. In this set, part of the Highland series, this is the beginning of them in Spellbound Falls setting. It comes right after her Midnight Bay series trilogy, and I'll have more that come after that. Again, guys, just a lot of great books that if you want to read, please get in there to read it. But again, it was very gripping. It was a lovely story, and I loved seeing it because you also see in it how when you are a single parent, how your kids always are trying to play matchmaker, which is a lot of fun to just imagine that. So again, if you guys get a chance, please go out there, try one of her books. She is not writing anymore. She has passed. So again, what she's written is what's out there. And again, it's just a wonderful story, guys. If you get into it, I'm sure you'll want to read that and more of her stories. If you have read any of her stories, please let me know in the comments what was one of your favorite stories. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Get out there, read, enjoy yourselves, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed that. Please check out our other videos already on YouTube. And give us a like and subscribe. And if you hit that bell for notifications, you'll know when we put something new out. So try to make every day matter by finding the fun. You guys have a great one. Bye.